Hi everyone, welcome to Capital Update. I'm Charlene Briner, and today Representative Sandy Masin is joining us in the studio. Thanks for dropping by.
Hi Charlene.
Representative Masin, we always have a few minutes to chat about so many things. We could take an hour, but in the few minutes that we've got today, I'd like to talk to you. Let's just keep the fast-paced theme going. I'd like to talk to you about the fast pace of the legislative session. We're taping this during the traditional Easter Passover recess. You've gotten a lot of work done in the first half of the session so far.
I think we have. Certainly doing the bonding bill early, and that was intentional. We had been meeting the latter part of last year, all through after we came back from the holidays. So everything was pretty much prepared to go so that we could start off early. And then certainly, dealing with the GMAC, that was hanging over from last year. I mean, it has been just incredible. I mean, the hours here have been huge. But also, I think the thing that I am really impressed with is how many people are coming in to talk with us. And I think everybody understands that the pressure we're under, and obviously is trying to help or at least clarify the issues that are important to them. So I think it's been fast all the way around.
Would you say, I think that we hear as a theme of the session, jobs, 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 and more jobs. Is that really what you're hearing, concern about jobs in the economy? Is that kind of the theme as people are coming in?
Absolutely. Or relating to the fact that they don't have jobs. So we're dealing with some of those issues as well. But when I'm making decisions, or I think all of the legislators, when we're putting together or voting on the bills, it is how is this going to impact the economy? What is this going to do for job creation?
And so on that note, you mentioned that the bonding bill was passed. The governor signed it into law. You also, before you took, on the last day of session, before you went into the traditional break, you passed Jobs Bill number 2.
Right.
There's some pretty interesting stuff in there. Tell us about that and what it stands to do for Minnesota.
Okay. There are a number of interesting things in there. For one thing, we finally have the angel investor credit, which is something that we kept hearing in the Jobs Task Force, the Small Business Caucus, how important that is. And even more important than getting it into the bill is the fact that one of the things we had been hearing is other states are actually trying to get some of our investors to move out of state. So this, for us to be able to accomplish this is huge. So that is one of the things. I think certainly in the area about the Ford plant, we have provisions making that a Job Z site. That I think is really important as well. We've redone some of the issues, some of the taxing situations for the Mall of America, for instance, for TIF. So, and the important thing here is that most of these have sunsets. So these are not things that are going to go on forever. We're just trying right now to do what we can to vitalize the economy.
And it really is designed to kind of create a culture of entrepreneurship, of creativity, to really sort of help Minnesota get a competitive edge over neighboring states. Is that the idea behind it?
Exactly.
And my understanding is that the bill that you passed just on Monday is poised to create between 5,000 and 12,000 jobs. So when we're talking about that, in addition to what the bonding bill stands to create, I mean, that's going to make a difference for a lot of people out there.
And that's what I'm hoping, and certainly that is the reason that I'm voting for that. I mean, I think people are expecting us to do something to help the economy.
And so, all things considered, with looking through that filter of jobs, you feel pretty good about where you stand so far in the session as you've reached the midpoint?
Exactly. I mean, we've done some budget cutting. There's still more to do, but I also think it's important that we have bills that people can really understand what we're doing rather than trying to have one big comprehensive bill where everything gets lost.
Representative Masin, we're going to invite you back to talk a little bit more about the budget that you mentioned, but so far so good. Congratulations on some good work the first half of the session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Capital Update. I'm Charlene Briner with Representative Sandy Masin. We'll see you next time.